All right, so we got his new battery on the charger. Now we're gonna work on getting these plastics off of it, get the gas tank off of it, get the carburetor out, so that way we can get that taken apart and rebuilt. Bike is already missing 2 screws that hold the seat on, so this is real easy getting this off. And then, by the looks of it, we do have a screw there for a bolt, as well as right there. And then I believe that looks like that's it. And then we do have this rubber clamp. So we're gonna get that taken off. So my son has decided that he would rather ride his electric dirt bike than help daddy. That's okay. But to get these 2 tins off, they are 10 millimeters. Just grab a wrench. Start taking those out. I already did drain the carburetor bowl. I'll show you later where that screw is to drain the bowl. And like I said, there's another one on this side. Now that both of those are out, we should be able to pull the gas tank off. But we do still have a fuel line connected to the carburetor that we are going to have to disconnect. Hopefully you can see that. There's a little clamp here. Try to get it out of the way. And then I'm going to get this fuel line off. Disconnected from the fuel valve. Now we can take the gas tank off. So we're going to do now, this is old gas right here. We're going to drain this old fuel out because like I said, it smells really bad. So we're just going to empty it. And we'll work on getting that carburetor out of there. Alright, so now we can take this little air box off. Got 3 Phillips head screws there. And then we can also inspect the engine air filter. We do have a replacement either way, but take a look at it. And as you can see, that's pretty dirty. There's just a little foam filter. It's pretty dirty, but like I said, we got a replacement. We're gonna clean that out. Then we gotta get these 313s. And that actually has a nut on the opposite side of it. Bottom one. So let's double check what size that is. Grab a wrench. Not exactly sure what size it is. Number 13 is a little big, and 12 fits. So here is that 12 millimeter nut that goes on the other end of this bolt. So we do got to hold that while we loosen it. We should be able to just swing this out of the way. Yeah, we'll just take it all the way out. This is like a little air box. It's a little dirty in there, so we'll try to clean that out too. Then we got, for the carburetor, we got this screw here. Then we got these. They are some hex bolts. So let's try to find the correct size for that. The two hexes are 5 millimeter. These are not very tight. And then let's try to see that little bolt right there. Looks like a hex as well. We gotta find something small enough. There's a little screw on the intake air boot. It's a 3 millimeter hex. We got a couple electrical connectors here. So yellow on the left, black on the right. Let's see if we can get those disconnected. And we need to try to take this cover off for the throttle cable. We got to replace it anyway since it is broken. I also got to undo the choke cable, which is there. Let's see if we can get this off. And again, y'all, this is all fairly new to me. I'm basically learning as I go. If you never try, you'll never learn. It does not look like it's going to come apart like that. Only I may have to figure out something else. Oh, okay. I think I see how that's going to come apart. So it looks like what we're going to do is take that hex bolt out. And there's another one right there. I'm not sure how we'll get to it though. But anyway, let's see how much further we can get this off of the bike. Find a wrench for that. That's bigger than a 12. Bigger than a 13. 15 actually feels a little too big too, but that wasn't very tight. You operate the choke, that'll allow more air in, or excuse me, keep air from going in, reduce the amount of air. That's why I call it a choke. And I'm spilling a little fuel. Now, how do we remove that? It's actually got three bolts holding this on. But I'm not sure how that comes apart. I think that's your idle adjustment screw. Okay, so what I found was I did loosen the grip. Got the throttle cable off. What I found pretty easy was taking a screwdriver and then following it around. Then I also noticed that this had popped off. You don't want to lose that. And then we do the same thing on the other one. Try not to lose that, as we are replacing the throttle cable. There's that bolt holding that on. Already removed it, and this unscrews, and it's out.